So my name's Nick, and I'm going to be taking you through the bulk of this webinar. We also on the line have the VP of Channels for Huawei USA, which is Rob Klaus, and he's going to be kind of chiming in with some color commentary throughout the webinar, and also, really helping you understand his rationale and his motivation for putting this promotion together that we'll talk about at the end. Before we dive into the details of the promotion, we just wanted to spend about 10 minutes kind of reviewing some of the main reasons why Huawei is growing so rapidly as a company, and one of the reasons, some of the reasons why you should really focus some energy from a partner perspective on Huawei. So if you're already a Huawei partner, this might be a little bit of review. If you're new to the company, then you definitely want to pay attention here. So we really have three key reasons that we want you to consider the reasons for partnering with Huawei. One of those is, and I'll talk about the revenue and some of the impact of the company here in a minute, but Huawei is a very large 800-pound gorilla. Globally, they're known in all markets through various geographies. The one place where Huawei is a bit of a secret is in the U.S. market, but the bottom line is Huawei is a massive company. It is going to be successful even in the U.S. market, and so right now partnering with Huawei gives you the opportunity to be an early adopter of what ultimately is going to be a sure thing here in the U.S. market, and that you just don't have that many chances to do that. Even if you're trying to partner with a Cisco or other companies in their early days, you really weren't sure that they were going to become the giants that they ultimately became. In the case of Huawei, it's a little bit different. They're already a $35 billion company. You know they're going to be successful, and it's just an opportunity to partner in the U.S. before everyone else does. The other thing is that both from a product perspective and also from a channel support perspective, the elements that you need to be successful are in place. We're going to be rolling out a new website next week. And that new website is something that we have complete control over in Huawei USA, so it'll really allow us to serve you more effectively. That website allows deal registration. It allows you to take online partner certification and training, and it has a complete breadth of our product portfolio of the products that we sell here in the U.S. In addition to that, there's a fantastic channel program that we'll review here in a few minutes, and then all the other things you need in place to be successful are there. And then finally, and probably most importantly, the element of profitability is really in place. And we talk about the 30-30 club. What we mean by that is that selling Huawei products allow you to generate 30 points of margin and at the same time give a 30-point discount to your end customer on the price of the product that they're buying. So no more do you have to bang your head against the wall for a few points of margin fighting against 10 other guys selling the same thing. Now you can sell something, make a tremendous margin on it, and still give your customer a better buy price. And part of the reason for that is that a lot of the U.S. vendors that you're selling are still making some of their products in China, and even when they do, they then almost become a middleman in terms of the price that you have to pay for that. So we're suggesting that you cut out the middleman, buy directly from Huawei as a channel partner through our distribution partners like Synex, and kind of have a direct access to a Chinese vendor that can really give you some incredible prices and incredible margin opportunities. So just talking a little bit about innovation, one thing that just continues to amaze me is the amount of money that we spend every year in R&D. And when you look at our product portfolio, which I'll show you a slide in a minute, that spans from the IP networking products, storage, UCNC, telepresence, etc. It's a very vast and extensive product line. But one of the reasons why we can have so many products is not because we're going out and acquiring other companies, which is how a lot of other companies are growing, but in fact we're developing our own intellectual property, our own technology, and we do that on the back of more than 70,000 U.S. R&D employees, or not just U.S., but worldwide R&D employees. 70,000 employees working in research and development. A large number of those are based in the U.S. in multiple R&D offices. So, that alone, talks about some of the magnitude of the number of people. In terms of financial investment, almost $4 billion a year we're investing in R&D. So that's just a massive budget of investment in products and solutions and services that we're delivering. We do have 15 R&D centers, and you can see that the investment in R&D is kind of, as a percentage of sales, continues to ratchet up over the years. Another important thing is that we're very involved in lots of different committees, including things like IEEE. We were just on the WLAN webinar, as I mentioned. If you've had a chance to hear the recorded version of that, you'll learn that we're in various different standards committees just around WLAN alone. And we're not only in those committees, but we're actually chairing those committees. So we're very involved in the direction that the various standards are progressing and forging the path for the way a lot of these technologies are developing. And that puts us in a very good position in terms of our ability to bring these products to market. And from a patent perspective, almost 40,000 patent applications in China, and almost 12,000+ outside of China. So bottom line is the company is a tremendous investor in technology, in innovation, and this is why we're able to bring so many fantastic products to market. So you definitely want to partner with somebody who's doing that. In terms of the actual product itself, I mentioned that Huawei as an overall company is $35 billion in revenue. The enterprise products that we're talking about and that we're focused on in the U.S. market is just over $2 billion in revenue with an annual growth of over 50% year over year. So the enterprise space that we're focused on, which is the core networking products, the storage products, and the UC&C products, make up our enterprise product portfolio, and that's over $2 billion in revenue annually. In terms of our overall focus, one of the things that you might have heard about if you attended our ICT Nation event back in May is that we're really focused on this concept of ICT, which is the convergence of traditional communications technology, which is your phones and your handheld devices and BYOD, along with the traditional legacy IT, which is the core networking infrastructure, servers, storage, etc. And as these two technologies are coming together, it's creating a very unique opportunity for partners to sell solutions that are focused on this ICT opportunity. And so when you look at our product portfolio, both from the ELTE perspective, from the core switching that's both data center and campus switching, when you look at our UC&C product line, which covers both telepresence and our whole IP phones and even our handheld devices like the Huawei Pad and the Huawei phones, you can see that we are uniquely positioned to deliver on this ICT opportunity. And so as you look at a company that's really focused on the convergence of communications technology and IT infrastructure and being able to bring those two things together with solutions that cover everything from ISDN to bring your own device, and that's playing itself out in many verticals that we're focused in, which we'll get into here in a second. So when you look at the U.S. market, as I mentioned, Huawei, a $35 billion company, it's an extremely well-known player in various other markets. And those markets include Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin America, various other places where we sell. But the U.S. is really a market that is relatively untapped for Huawei. So one of the opportunities that we see for partners is that as a new entrant into the U.S. space, there's plenty of room for our partners to really stake out some great market share and be able to be highly successful in the early days. The next thing to think about is that when you look at our product portfolio, it's a very vast set of products, and that gives you the opportunity to sell whole portfolios of solutions to your customers from a single vendor, which we think it just gives you a unique opportunity instead of piecemealing something together from 4 or 5 different vendors. And then we're also really focused on strategic partnerships with key resellers that can help bring us into this market successfully. And as you'll find with any Chinese-based company, we have a very long-term perspective. So we're not expecting to be an overnight sensation, and if we don't succeed in 3 months or 6 months, we're going to pull out of the market. No, we're here for the long haul. We're making significant investments in our partner community and in the resources behind what we're trying to do to make our partners successful, and we're here for the long haul. So we're looking for those partners that really want to join in with us on the early days and help forge out this market as it develops. So let's look a little bit at the overall products and solutions. And by no means is this webinar focused on the products and solutions, but in case you're not familiar, I just want to paint a very quick 50,000-foot view. First of all, the 3 fundamental big areas that we focus are UC&C, the IP space, which is our networking space, and then data center infrastructure. And when you look at UC&C, we're talking about products like telepresence, we're talking about voice over IP, core phone-based and video conferencing and telepresence kinds of solutions. On the networking side, we're talking about everything from the WLAN through to the core switching that finds itself both in the data center and in campus environments. and the integration of all the WLAN in with the core wired networking. And then also on the ELTE side, we're having kind of mobile broadband networks that we can deploy regionally and for various uses. We're going to actually have a webinar coming up on that shortly as well. And then from a data center infrastructure perspective, the primary technology that we're selling here is really in the storage space. We just had a webinar 2 weeks ago on the storage portfolio where we talked about the NAS solutions and some of the price performance and the incredible performance that we have against some of the incumbents like the NetApps. We talked about the unified storage that allows both SAN and NAS to come off single devices. And then we also talked about the SSD solutions as well. So again, a complete portfolio around storage. So we'll continue to have lots of different webinars focused on the various product issues. But I do want to mention just quickly some of the verticals that we focus on. The core verticals where we're having the most success, even here in the U.S., would be the education vertical, media and entertainment, retail. So these are places where we have some very well thought out, very proven solutions that you can sell today. In fact, in Texas, we're going to be having a Texas ISD series of events that are culminating in a Texas ISD summit where we're bringing in lots of different people from independent school districts in Texas to look at the portfolio of solutions that we have for that. So an overview. So let's talk a little bit about the channel program components. And Rob, I'm going to have you talk about the slide where we actually talk about the 3 levels of partners from authorized and silver and gold, but I'll just go ahead and give a quick overview of the components that are there today. So if you go look at our new website, which is Huawei Enterprise USA, and we're officially launching that next week, but you can go ahead and take a look at it as kind of an early viewer. Tons of product information. So all the different product areas I talked about, whether it's the networking products, the telepresence, or anything else that we have there, the storage products. There's lots of presentations, data sheets, speeds and feeds, as well as case studies, all the information that you need in order to understand those solutions. So lots of documentation of brochures and success stories. Go take a look at the website and you'll be able to see that. In addition, we've got a very rich team of Huawei staff that are here to help you. From the channel perspective, hopefully all of you know who your Huawei channel account manager is. If you're a new Huawei partner, get yourself authorized. We'll assign a CAM to you, and these CAMs are very motivated to grow and help you through the process of becoming successful. In addition, if you want to go to one of our regional facilities, we have very nice demo centers with equipment where you can go and show your customers the Huawei equipment and be able to demonstrate that equipment and be able to get the technical help that you need from Huawei to be able to answer questions. In terms of some of the things that are a bit new to the partner program this year, we now have deal registration fully supported. So as you have opportunities, you'll see how registering deals helps you gain even more points and more margin as you're closing opportunities. But that's completely implemented now, so you can register a deal. That deal can become approved, and then that will not only make sure nobody else gets in on your deal, but more importantly, or equally importantly, lets you get a lot more margin when you sell registered deals. We now have a consolidated price book, and it's very clear what products we're selling in the U.S. market, so you'll be able to take a look at that. And then, as I mentioned, this new portal is actually a complete website, so users will be able to come to this website as well, but partners will be able to log in and gain access to information that the users don't even have access to, and that would include things like the training for Microsoft certified sales engineers. For Huawei certified sales engineers and Huawei certified sales professionals. We have training for both those two constituencies, including being able to take the tests online. And then we also have a wide range of sales tools that you can use as you're going out and identifying Huawei opportunities. We have a partner advisory council, so if you're interested in that, contact Rob Klaus, and he's kind of controlling who has access to that. But that's a smaller group of our partners that are really very active, not only in terms of Huawei opportunities, but giving us input on what they think the partner program needs to look like. And this is something that we're taking a lot of input and guidance from our partner community and listening to what you think you need to be successful. And then, as I mentioned, we do have sales certification. The pre-sales certification is really for sales professionals and sales engineers, and then the post-sale is more about implementation of Huawei products. And so we have more advanced 5-day training sessions that you can go in if you want to sell professional services to implement these Huawei solutions that you sell. Rob, I'm going to let you go ahead and take this slide just to talk a little bit about the different levels of Huawei partners.
Great, Nick. Thank you very much. So we have tried to keep a program, which is a very simple program for our partners. We know that a lot of the programs that you participate in with some of our competition is probably a lot more complex, and it changes, and sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. So we decided we were going to keep ours very simple. The core of our program is around deal registration, but we do have 3 levels. The authorized level, we require a sales champion. A sales champion is someone who's certified for our sales, and that's all on online training that we have available for all of our partners, and it's also online testing. We also have technical certifications, and for our technical certifications for our channel program, that's all entirely online, and the testing is all online as well. We have some advanced technical certifications, which is really for more pre-sale, post-sale, and we have some courses that are being run, I think, in the next few weeks, but that's not part of the partner program. So we have a resource online at our website, sales training, technical training. You can go in online and take our tests. We've got really a very simple service program. We've got 2 different types of service. One is a Huawei branded, and another one is a Huawei and a co-brand with our partners. And so as you move up the ladder a little bit, you can be able to do service in behalf of Huawei, and by doing that, you earn a lot of extra margin. But our silver and gold level, we have some sales volume commitments. And as I said, the deal registration is a part of it, and I'll get into it in a minute. But the benefits that we offer, we have co-op, again, the deal reg, free training, we have official partner recognition, we have go-to-market planning. And then we also have a organization, a channel organization out in the field that will help you support your efforts as far as going out on joint sales calls, matching up with our name-becoming folks. We have a very big lead generation program, and so we actually qualify the leads, and the leads that we pass down to our partners are warm leads. And we've had some pretty good success in the verticals that Nick had mentioned. So our partner program is authorized silver, gold. It's a very simple program. You move up as you make commitments for revenue, as you make commitments for sales champions and technical champions, and then you get additional revenue or additional margin actually through our service capabilities and also through the deal registration program. So you can start at authorized. If you want to make commitments to silver, you can, or gold, you can as well. The channel pricing strategy is this is an example of our IP networking. So what we like to do is to say that it's really the centerpiece of our program, and basically the more that you commit, the more margin you can earn with us, and the more that we can actually protect you in your deals. So if you're a gold reseller, a gold partner of ours, you would be able to buy at a standard discount, as everybody would through distribution. Distributor, again, is Cenex, at a 35% discount. As you register the deal, and it's on a per-deal basis of what the opportunity is, and we accept your deal registration, then we will allow you an additional 30% off of list price. So your actual purchase price would be 65% off. And with that, you can either keep as much margin as you want to win the business, or you can use as much as you want, or much discount as you want to win the business. But I think one of the great things about this program is that if you come in with Huawei and you register a deal, and you're going to be at 65% off, and you're going to be the only partner out there that's going to have the ability to sell into that deal. So you're not going to have to really worry about other resellers coming at the last moment and undercutting you or trying to steal the business from you. We will support you once we accept the deal registration all the way through the deal. So if you work hard, you have your POC, your serious meetings, proposals, and the deal finally closes, you'll be protected throughout the whole sales cycle by Huawei. So we're totally committed to the channel. We're totally committed to protecting our resellers and opportunities to give them the ability to win the business and also earn a margin. So that's our commitment to our channel partners.
Fantastic, fantastic. So let's talk about the promotion a little bit. So, I've heard Rob talk a lot to his channel account managers and talking about all the activity that we have. And one of the things that we decided to do was to really reward partners who are active. And so we wanted to put together a promotion that not only gives you some great prizes at the end, but gives you incentive all the way along to set new customer meetings, to register these deals, as Rob talked about, which gives you greater margin in terms of the Huawei Partner Program, and then ultimately even just get a spiff when you close a deal. So this Q3 promotion that we're running has different amounts of payout for different things that you do. So first thing I want to mention is that to qualify for any of this stuff, you have to at least become an authorized Huawei partner. So if you're not authorized, go on the website. I'll give you the link here in a minute, and go sign up and become a partner. And as Rob mentioned, the authorized level is a relatively low barrier to entry. You just go out and get yourself certified as a sales professional. That's something you can do online, doesn't take a lot of time, and then you're ready to go sell. If you're a silver or a gold, obviously you have more certified engineers both on the sales and on the SE side. But once you're authorized, you can go out and set a qualified meeting. Now, the Huawei sales team will determine whether a meeting is qualified or not. It has to be a net new customer. So we're looking for you to take us into a new customer and have a qualified meeting where you're meeting with the right person and having a good meeting that everyone agrees was worthwhile, use of time. If you do that, we're going to pay you $50. If that meeting results in a registered opportunity, so you now are going to register a deal, we're going to pay you another $100. And if you close a deal, we're going to pay you $200. Now, one of the questions that's come up already about this promotion is, what if I already went to a few meetings, so I can't take you to a new meeting, but now I'm going to register a deal? Do I still qualify for the $100? The answer is absolutely yes. Same thing if you close a deal. If you already had a deal that you registered, but you then close it, now in Q3 you close that deal, you're going to get $200. So you don't have to take it from meeting to opportunity to deal in order to get any of the money. Any of these things you do will qualify you for the money. So that's just an overview of those three tiers. And by the way, if you have questions about any of this stuff as we're going through it, please keep your questions coming in the Q&A panel on your GoToWebinar interface, and Rob and I will deal with those at the end. So that's kind of the Q3 incentives. Now, for those sales individuals that we're having lots of success with, and you know who you are, there's lots of sales guys out there who are selling a lot of Huawei and doing well with it. Anybody who sells $50K worth of Huawei product in Q3 will win a Huawei pad or mobile phone. If you haven't seen these are some of the top 2 and 3 devices in the world globally, and they're really cool mobile devices. So you'll win that if you sell $50K. And if you sell $100K worth of product in Q3, and this is at a sales rep level now we're talking about, then you will win a trip to China, and you'll qualify for the Huawei Gold Club. And basically that trip to China will include visiting Huawei's headquarters as well as some other great sites to see in China. So it's going to be basically a trip that will have some sales and business aspect to it, and then some aspect to it that will also be some sightseeing to it. So that's kind of the combination of Q3 incentives, both on a deal opportunity and closing a deal basis, and then also some aggregated sales numbers, things that you can win at the end of the quarter. And then something that we're doing that spans both Q3 and Q4 is what we're calling the Huawei Partner Grand Prize. And that is, if you sell $200K worth of Huawei product from July 1st through December 31st, the second half of 2013, then you'll be in the running to win a Corvette. And whoever it is that sells the most of the people that sell 200K, whoever the biggest seller is of the 200K or more sellers, they're going to win a 2014 Chevy Corvette. So that is our grand prize that we're doing for the partner community. So you can see that even if you don't sell 200K worth of product, but you set some meetings, get some registered deals, close a few deals, you're still going to make a lot of money. And by the way, all of this is completely over and above whatever margin that you're making on that deal, whatever your commission structure is within your VAR that you're working for. So this has nothing to do with how you normally get paid. These are just incentives over and above that. Rob, any other comments you want to make about the promotion, or some of your thoughts in terms of putting a promotion like this together for your partners?
Well, I just think that this promotion is unparalleled. I've been in the industry for a while, and I think it's a phenomenal opportunity. And one thing to remember is that there is a whole team of Huawei behind you. And so when you're into a deal, raise your hand, and we have people in our systems engineering group that are excellent as far as being able to design networks. We also have storage people, UCC, IPPBX, you name it, video. So we've got plenty of expertise. and all you have to do is give us a call, contact your channel account manager, and we can bring the resources in to win the business. So we want to win the business. We want to be aggressive. We've got a full team of people just waiting here to help you. So if you go into a deal and you think that there's a good fit for Huawei, or you think that there's some chance that Huawei could fit into that account, give us a call and we'll go in. We'll sit down with you, with the customer, and we'll help you through the whole sales cycle and closing the business. So whether you need a demo unit, you need a POC, you need a systems engineer, you need executive meetings, you name it, we're there to help you. And so use us as much as you can, win as much, get as much money as you possibly can. I think that the a Huawei pad, which I use, is phenomenal. And also, I mean, going to China is a very, very special trip. You'll remember it the rest of your life. And then, probably the greatest thing is riding around town in a Chevy Corvette. So this motivates me. I hope it motivates everybody. But just remember, we're here to help you. We will jump on a plane, get in front of a customer, and we've got a whole team of everybody from the executives to our salespeople to our channel account managers that are out there to help you. So please take advantage of us. And as I said before, we're here for you.
Outstanding. And by the way, Rob just got back from China. He was there just last week. And, he is an advocate for the U.S. presence of Huawei. And he is out there fighting. And I know Rob spent a lot of energy and cycles to get this promotion approved. I think he's got so much activity happening in the channel right now that he wants to reward those people who really are creating the activity, getting the deals in the pipeline, and closing business. So, my hat's off to you, Rob, for getting this thing going. This is a sample of the flyer that we sent out to a fairly large database of VARs. So if you've seen this flyer, this is what we sent out. It has all the details on it. And then the last thing that I want you guys to be able to see is how you can register if you're not already a Huawei VAR. And that site I talked about, HuaweiEnterpriseUSA.com, if you go to /user/register, you can basically sign up. If you're not already a Huawei VAR, you can go there and sign up, and that will initiate a sequence of emails that comes into Huawei's U.S. Channel business and channel account managers, and these guys will take a look at your application. They'll call you and talk to you, make sure you understand what it takes to become authorized, or if you want to go for one of the higher levels of silver or gold, they'll work you through that business. At any time, if you want to call Huawei and you just have questions or you want to get connected to the right person, just call our number 855-GO-HUAWEI, which comes out to 855-464-8293. So anytime you call that number, you'll be able to get routed to the right person. So at this point, we're able to take questions. I don't see any questions currently in the Q&A panel. Rob, what kinds of questions have you gotten from the partner community about this promotion? Probably some people believing, how the heck are you doing a promotion this great? But is there any other questions that you're getting that are kind of common ones that you think might be worth answering?
Yeah, I think, one of the questions is, how do I get started with Huawei? And as I said, I believe that there is a website there that you can go to and register. We can take your information down. We can have a channel account manager reach out and give you a call and come out and visit you. Okay, so that's probably how do you get started? Go to the website, register, and then we'll reach out to you. The other question I have is, do you have any leads? And we do have leads. We participate in a lot of trade shows, Interop, Infocom. We've done a series of direct mail pieces. We've done a series of webinars for end users. And so we do have, and we also have an inside sales organization that's generating some warm leads for us. And so we can provide you with leads. So that's very key. We'll get you jump-started and get you going and working on some opportunities for us. The other one is training, and we can do online training. And if you come in, you register, become a partner, we can actually get some people out on site and do some on-site training at your facility to help you out with. So those are some of the questions: how do I get started, and do you have any leads? And the other one is, how about the training? And so I think we can take care of that. And as I said before, we're anxious to get out there. We're anxious to get out there and meet you and form relationships with you, and call on some customers and close some business. So hopefully this program will get everybody excited, because I think we're all excited at Huawei, and I think that it's one of the best promotions I've ever seen. So I hope everybody takes advantage of it.
Hey, Rob, we do have a question coming from our friend Tom Costello, who wants to know when will the price book be available, and he's asking where it's going to be located in the portal. So I can tell you, in the portal, we'll definitely have a section in there for pricing that will only be visible by partners. It'll be in the partner section. I don't believe it's up there yet, but we are launching this thing next week. So just generally speaking regarding pricing, can you just kind of address how the partners get the price book? Rob, can you hear me on that?
Yes, Nick, I'm sorry. So we do have the price book available, and again, reach out to your channel account manager. As Nick mentioned, electronically will be on the partner portal. So price book is very important, and you need a price book. So we do have a price book that we can make available to you. So just reach out. We'll get you the price book, and then we'll also available again through the portal.
So Tom, I think you know who your channel account manager is, but Rob and I will both make sure that he proactively reaches out to you to make sure that you have that taken care of. And then when we do launch the portal next week, and by the way, if you guys look at this URL up here, this HuaweiEnterpriseUSA.com, this is the site that we're going to be launching. It's kind of in beta right now, so it's not completely done, but we welcome you to go take a look at it, kind of keep it with a grain of salt that we're not 100% finished with it yet, but I think you'll find that there's already a ton of product information in there. There is a specific partners page, so those of you that are already authorized Huawei partners may want to go log in, and if you don't have a login, just go and request one, and we'll provide that to you. And then you can start hunting around not only on the publicly available pages, but also the partner-specific information, which, as we mentioned, are these pre-sales toolkits, the training, and then, of course, deal registration, which is something only available to partners. So please go take a look at that. If you have other input of things you'd like to see up there, let us know. But we've been doing a lot of work to try to create a site that we can control, that has our promotions and our information visible on the site, and at the same time, has enough product information to satisfy what you guys are out there trying to sell. Any other questions before we shut it off? Okay, well, look, guys, needless to say, Huawei is excited. We're hungry. We want to go out there and earn your business. And Rob's really, I think, eloquently described the fact that we've got a lot of resources to support you. And I think at this point we've got a promotion that you can make a lot of money on. So go out and make some spiffs, earn some prizes, and hopefully we'll see one of you guys driving around in this Chevy Corvette. And I would like to see as many of you as possible over in China, so you can see the corporate HQ and, as Rob said, have a trip of a lifetime. So, Rob, any final parting comments?
No, just good luck, and I'll be waiting for all those claims to be coming in. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. We appreciate everyone's time this morning and this afternoon. We will talk to you again soon.